will be learning chapter 6, mathematical logic. So what is this logic? Logic is nothing but the science of thinking correctly, okay, science of thinking correctly. It deals with thinking correctly. Principles of reasoning, logic means principle of reasoning. We are all rational beings, okay, we human beings are rational beings, we think rationally. No, logic is important for us, okay. So Aristotle is the one who learnt, first studied logic around 2000 years ago. So in this chapter we shall learn some terminologies related to logic and also the concepts related to them. So before we learn this chapter mathematical logic, we need to know what is a statement, okay. What is a statement? So a statement is a declarative sentence which is either true or false but not both, okay. So what is a statement? So statement is a declarative sentence which is either true or false, which is either true or false but not both at the same time, not both at the same time. Now I will give you an example. If I say rose is a flower, rose is a flower. It is true, you have been learning from your childhood saying rose is a flower. It is true, rose is a flower. This is true. Therefore, it is a statement. Rose is a flower is a statement because it is true, okay. If I say rose is the most beautiful flower, is the most beautiful flower. Now see this sentence, rose is the most beautiful flower. I may say yes, true, rose is the most beautiful flower, but you may object, no ma'am, lotus is the most beautiful flower. So there is an objection, right, there is a controversy. Some say yes it is true, but some say no it is false. Rose is not beautiful, whereas lotus is more beautiful than rose. So there is opinion based. So this sentence is opinion based, whether it is true or false is opinion based, okay. So now this, no, but not both at the same time. Can you understand this now? So it has to be either true or false, but a sentence, if it is not true, not both at the same time, then it cannot be called as a statement. So this is not a statement. This is not a statement because it is neither true nor false, okay. Some will say it is true, some will say it is false. So it is not always true, not always false, okay. So this is not a statement. Now in sentences there are various types of sentences. So let us see one by one and let us see whether it is a statement or not. So here are few types of sentences. First one is declarative. So I will give you an example for this. Shah Rukh Khan is an actor. So it is declaring something, it is saying Shah Rukh Khan is an actor. Is it a statement? Because this is true. Shah Rukh Khan is an actor is true. Therefore, it is a statement. This is true, therefore it is a statement. Now, second type of sentence is exclamatory. Exclamatory, wow, nice dress. Okay, wow, nice dress. It's an exclamatory sentence. So, can I ask you, is this true or false? Can I ask you, is it true or false? No. It is an exclamatory sentence. It is not a declarative sentence. So, exclamatory sentences are not statements. Not statement. Coming to the next type, imperative. Imperative means no requesting, commanding, ordering, all those. Please help me. Please help me. It's a request. Or if I say order, get out of my class. So, all such sentences are imperative sentences, okay. So, please help me, I am requesting, please help me. So, you can't say whether this is true or false, you can't talk about its truthfulness or falseness. So, it is not a statement. It is not statement. Coming to the next type, interrogative. Interrogation means questioning, okay, questioning. Do you like coffee? Do you like coffee? So, interrogative sentences. So, these are not statements. So, interrogative sentences are not statements. Okay. Coming to the last type, open. Open sentences means opinion based sentences. Like just now I gave you an example, rose is the most beautiful flower. So, same way if I can give another example, say Shah Rukh Khan is the best actor. He is an actor, yeah, true, I agree. Best actor, you will have a question mark. Now, you will start thinking, is there any other actor who is still better than him? So, this sentence will not be true always, will not be false always. So, it is opinion based. It is left to the opinion of an individual to say whether he is the best actor according to him or not. So, this is opinion based open sentence. So, it is not a statement. Not a statement. So, what is a statement? A statement has to be a declarative or assertive sentence. Okay. So, Shah Rukh Khan is an actor. That is true. So, it is a statement. Sun is a star. It is true. It is a statement. I can say 2 is an odd number. 2 is an odd number. It is a false statement. It is a statement. It is a false statement. Okay. 2 is an odd number is a false statement. So, it has to be either true or false. Okay. Should not be both at the same time. True, and when it is a statement, we call this as, or we say this is a true proposition. A proposition which is true, we call it as true proposition. Second example, 5 is a prime number. 5 is a prime number, we all know that. It is also a true proposition. It is also a true proposition. Third one, root 2 is rational. What we all have learnt? We all have learnt that root 2 is irrational, and it is true, root 2 is irrational. It is not rational. Therefore, this is a false statement. So, we can call this as a false proposition. False proposition. Fourth one, oxygen is a gas. Oxygen is a gas. It is true. So, it is a true proposition. True proposition. How old are you? It's an interrogative sentence. How old are you? I am questioning. How old are you? So, it is not at all a statement. So, it is not a proposition. Not a proposition. So, instead of saying statement, we can say proposition also. Instead of saying true statement, we can say true proposition. So, same way the last one will be not a proposition because it is an interrogative sentence. We shall now see what is a simple proposition and a compound proposition. Okay? Simple proposition. Now, simple proposition is the one which cannot be split into more propositions. It is the simplest one. You cannot split it up more. For example, New Delhi is in India. This is a simple proposition. It is a true proposition. New Delhi is in India. It is a simple proposition. You cannot split this up. I'll give you an example for compound proposition. So, compound proposition is the one which you can split into two or more simple propositions. Okay, for example, sky is blue and the grass is green. Sky is blue and the grass is green. So, this has two propositions. So, first one is sky is blue, that is one proposition. Grass is green, that is another proposition. So, two simple propositions are connected with the word and this becomes a compound proposition. So, compound proposition is the one which is made up of two or more simple propositions. So, in simple proposition you cannot break it, it is the simplest one, but in compound proposition you can break it, it will have more than one simple propositions. Okay? So, sky is blue and the grass is green. This is an example for compound proposition. So, we saw that in compound proposition we used the word and just now, right? Sky is blue and the grass is green. So, two simple propositions were connected using the connective and. So, let us see if there are any other connectives. So, we will be studying now logical connectives. Logical connectives. So, the first one is and. First connective is and. It is denoted by this symbol. Okay. Second one is or, okay, and it is denoted by the symbol this V. Third is not and its notation is like this. Fourth is if then, if then. So, for if then you have the symbol like this or the symbol like this. Both are used. Fifth one, if and only if. If and only if. This is also a connective and the notation is double sided arrow either like this or like this. So, these are the notations which we are going to use for these 5 connectives. So, you will be learning these 5 connectives and, or, not, if then, if and only if. Let us now learn these logical connectives in a more details. That is, we shall learn the truth table of these logical connectives. So, the first one is and, but the name given is conjunction. And is called conjunction. So, if P and Q are two simple propositions, then the compound proposition P and Q, that is denoted by this notation P and Q, is called conjunction of P and Q. I will give you an example. I will consider this simple proposition P as the sky is blue. The sky is blue. And I will consider the simple proposition Q as the grass is green. The grass is green. Now, I want to write P and Q. So, how to write P and Q? P and Q will become the sky is blue and the grass is green. So, this is an example of how you write. So, P and Q are two simple propositions. Now, read this statement, you will understand. If P and Q are two simple propositions, so these are two simple propositions. Okay, then the compound proposition. So, you are bringing these two simple propositions together and forming a compound proposition P and Q. Okay, so this is called as conjunction. Now, let us see the truth table of this. So, P, Q, P and Q. So, in a statement, whenever there is a connective and, okay, so there is a proposition P here and Q, correct. So, when the connective is and, when will be the statement be true? When will be the entire statement be true is my question. So, if the connecting word is and, then both the statements P and Q, that is both the simple propositions P and Q must be true if the entire statement has to be true. So, what we will be doing here is we will be checking the truth values. So, if P is true and Q is true, what will be the truth value of P and Q? We need to check. So, if P is true and Q is false, what will be the truth value? P is false, Q is true, what will be the truth value? And if both are false, what will happen to the truth value? So, we shall see. If both are true, so both are true means just look at this example. The sky is blue and the grass is green. Sky is blue, grass is green, we all agree with it. So, sky is blue and the grass is green, fine, both are true, the entire statement is true. Now, just observe here, this should be true, this should be false. I will just manipulate this example. I want P to be true, so I will say the sky is blue because it is true. I want Q to be false, so I will now manipulate the example by saying the grass is black. Now my statement is the sky is blue and the grass is black. Do you agree with me? If I say the sky is blue and the grass is black, do you agree with me? I am using the word and. Sky is blue and the grass is black. You will not agree with me. When the connecting word is and any one part is false, then this becomes false. Now, this first part should be false, second should be true. So, I will say the sky is black. The sky is black and the grass is green. Do you agree with me? No. Sky is blue only, sky is not black. So, sky is black and the grass is green. If I ask you whether this statement is true, you will tell me no, it is false. Okay, so it is false. Now, both are false. For example, I will take no, the sky is violet and the grass is black. Sky is violet is also false, grass is black is also false. I am connecting two false statements with the and. Sky is violet and the grass is black. You will definitely say it is false. So, when the connecting word is and, both the simple propositions or both the connecting propositions have to be true if the entire statement has to be true. In all the other cases, it is false. So, remember this, for and, both the propositions, simple proposition should be true, only then the resulting statement will be true. Second one is disjunction. If P and Q are two simple propositions, then the compound proposition P or Q, which is denoted by P or Q, is called disjunction of P and Q. Okay? So, or. So, if you have P or Q, then you say it is the disjunction of P and Q. Do not confuse with this and is your English and. Okay? Disjunction of P and Q is P or Q. I hope I am clear. So, you can take the same example. What we are trying to see here is the truth table. So, in order to understand the truth table, I am giving you an example. I will consider the same example which I took for conjunction. Okay? The sky is blue and the grass is green. The sky is blue. So, now it is or the grass is green. So, I am connecting these two simple propositions with the word or. Okay, so let us have the truth table. P, Q, P or Q. So, true, true, false, false, true, false, true, false. This covers all the 4 cases, like how you do heads and tails in probability. If you have done, then you would know. So, head, head, tail, head, tail, how you combine, no? So, same way all possibilities will be covered with this. Okay. So, if both the simple propositions are true, that is sky is blue is true, grass is green is also true. Now, read it together. The sky is blue or the grass is green. The entire statement is true. Now, I will manipulate this a bit. P should be true, Q should be false. The sky is blue or the grass is black. I want Q to be false, therefore, I am taking grass is black. Okay? So, the sky is blue or the grass is black. If I ask you whether the statement is true or false, what would you say? The sky is blue or the grass is black. So, see the connecting word, it is or. When you say or, either this or this. So, either this is true or this is true. So, when you see the truthfulness of the entire statement, it is true, because either this should be true or this should be true, because the connecting word is or, it is not and. When you say and, both should be true, but when it is or, I say sky is blue or grass is green. So, sky is blue is correct, no? So, it is true. Same thing will hold when this is reversed. If I say sky is violet and the grass is green, sky is violet or the grass is green, it is still true, because grass is green. Grass is green is true, no? So, the entire statement is true. Both false. Sky is violet and or the grass is black. Sky is violet or the grass is black, both are false. So, when both are false, you read the statement together, the sky is violet or the grass is black, entire statement is false. So, when the connecting word is or, when both the simple propositions are false, the entire statement is false. In all the other cases, it is true. So, you have learnt 2 connectives, and is true when both are true, or is false when both are false. Rest all cases, it is true. So, this is how you need to remember, because each case it is difficult to remember. So, you have to remember like this: and is true when both are true, or is false when both are false. Okay? So, we have learnt 2 connectives. Let us see the third one now, that is negation. So, the negation of proposition P is not P, and it is denoted like this, okay? Not P. So, the negation of the proposition P is not P. I will give you an example. Consider the proposition like this: root 2 is irrational. Root 2 is irrational. So, can you write the negation of this? So, negation of this is root 2 is not irrational. Root 2 is not irrational. You have to just insert the word not appropriately. Okay? So, whenever you have a proposition, say root 2 is irrational, how to write its negation? No, insert the word not appropriately, that is all. So, root 2 is not irrational. If you want, I will give you one more example. Say Q. Let me consider Q. 2 is an odd number. So, not Q. How to write not Q? 2 is not an odd number. 2 is not an odd number. This is one way of writing the negation of this, but you can also say 2 is an even number. That is also correct. Okay? Negation of Q, I can also write it as 2 is an even number. Because the moment when I say it is not odd, it has to be even, is it not? So this is also correct. You can write 2 is not an odd number. Also you can write 2 is an even number. That is for the negation of this proposition. Proposition is 2 is an odd number. For this proposition you can write its negation as 2 is not an odd number or 2 is an even number. Let us see the truth table for negation. So in negation you have only one proposition. So the negation of P. So only two things. So the given proposition can either be true or it should be false. So the negation of true is false, negation of false is true. So this is the truth table for negation. So this is very simple. If the given proposition is true, then its negation will be false. If the given proposition is false, then its negation will be true. So this is the truth table for negation. Let us now see the fourth one, that is conditional. So if P and Q are two simple propositions, then the compound statement if P then Q, that is denoted like this. I have told you the notation for if then, is called conditional of P and Q. So let me explain this with an example. Consider the simple proposition P, it is a holiday. It is a holiday. Q is the shop is closed. Now how to write if P then Q? How to write the conditional? How to write the conditional? You have to start with if and appropriately insert then. If it is a holiday, if it is a holiday, then the shop is closed. Then the shop is closed. So this is how you write conditional. Okay. So if, so start with if P. So if P. So start with if, then write what is P. It is a holiday. Then, so write the word then, write Q. The shop is closed. So if it is a holiday, then the shop is closed. So let us see the truth table of this. Truth table. So we have 4 cases: true, 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 false, false, true, false, false. Okay. So let us see both are true, both true case. Understand, if it is a holiday, then the shop is closed. So this is also true, it is a holiday and the shop is closed. This is also true. So if it is a holiday, then definitely the shop will be closed. So the entire statement is true. Now the first part is true, second part is false. It is a holiday, shop is not closed. It is a holiday, shop is not closed, because I want false statement. So I am making this false by saying shop is not closed. Now combine together, if it is a holiday, then the shop is not closed. So decide the truth value of that statement together. If it is a holiday, then the shop must be closed. But now the shop is not closed. Even though it is a holiday, shop is not closed. That means the entire statement is false, because the shop has to be closed if it is a holiday. So it is a holiday but still the shop is not closed. That means the entire statement is false. Now first statement is false, second one is true. So it is not a holiday, it is not a holiday but the shop is closed. So if it is not a holiday, then the shop is closed. Can that happen? Yes, it can happen. See, for the shop to be closed, it need not be a holiday only. Even if it is not a holiday, say the owner has decided to take his family for an outing. That's why he has kept the shop closed. It is actually not holiday, all the other shops are open, but his shop is closed because he has gone out with his family members for some personal reason. So even if it is not a holiday, the shop is closed. that situation can happen. That situation can happen. Okay, so even if it is not a holiday, the shop is closed, no problem, because the owner has gone out with his family. So this is true. This is true. Okay, last one. Both false. So it is not a holiday, shop is not closed. If it is not a holiday, the shop is not closed. Okay, today is not a holiday, the shop is also not closed. Okay, so it is not a holiday, shop is also not closed, fine, we do not have any problem. The statement is true. It is not a holiday, so the shop is not closed. Not closed means it is open, correct? So the truth value becomes true. So for the conditional, in the conditional, okay, the truth value, remember this. Remember this. It will be false if the first statement is true and the second one is false. So remember, in conditional, the truth value of the entire statement will be false if the first part is true and the second part is false, only then. So you need to remember the conditional like that. Okay. So let us see the last connective, that is biconditional. So if P and Q are two simple propositions, then the compound proposition P if and only if Q, that is denoted like this, P double sided arrow Q, is called biconditional of P and Q. So let me explain you this with an example. So I have considered the simple proposition P as it is a government holiday and Q as the bank is closed. So how do we write the biconditional? So biconditional is, see here, P if and only if Q. So start with P. It is a government holiday. It is a government holiday if and only if the bank is closed. If and only if Q, you should write Q is the bank is closed. So now let us see the truth table of biconditional. Okay, so both are true there, first case. So it is a government holiday if and only if the bank is closed. So what this tells is it is two-way, true in both the ways. So it is a government holiday, if it is a government holiday, then the bank is closed. And if the bank is closed, then it is a government holiday. So this is a double-sided conditional statement. So you have this, no, if P then Q. So if P then Q, if Q then P. Both these combined together will give you P if and only if Q. So when you say P if and only if Q, both the sides should be same. Both the sides should hold good with conditional. So if P then Q, if Q then P. So if it is a government holiday, then the bank is closed. If the bank is closed, then it is a government holiday. So that is the meaning of saying it is a government holiday if and only if the bank is closed. So instead of saying two statements, we combine it with if and only if. Okay. So that is the meaning of biconditional. Now both are true. Both are true. It is a government holiday if and only if the bank is closed. It is true. Now you observe. This is true and this is false. So it is a government holiday if and only if the bank is not closed. Can that happen? When it is a government holiday, the bank has to be closed. Can the case bank is not closed take place? No. So this is false. Now first statement is false. It is not a government holiday if and only if the bank is closed. It is not a government holiday, then why the bank is closed? Cannot happen, right? So this is also false. Both are false. It is not a government holiday if and only if the bank is not closed. Okay, it is not government holiday, so bank is not closed. Fine, it is true. So this is the truth table of biconditional. Remember that in biconditional, if both are true, the final answer is true. If both are false, the final answer is true. Okay, the other two mixture cases, true, false, false, true, both are false.